Today we're going to add an ice skating rink to the bottom of our cityscape picture. So we're going to start by scooching our paper up so that we can focus on the bottom half today. We are going to begin by taking some plain white paint and painting a curved line that goes right underneath our last layer of buildings. So this is going to kind of look like a snowy hill. And it doesn't have to be a perfectly smooth line. It can kind of have some little bumps. I'm kind of bouncing my brush, so it maybe looks like snow drifts a little bit. Just like so. It's kind of like where they shoveled some snow in the park, kind of a snowy little hill. Now below this is going to be our ice skating rink. So I'm going to begin by using some white paint and painting another curved line right below my first one. And then here, I'm just going to fill in the entire rest of the black paper. So I'm gonna need a lot of white paint. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm using nice soft brush strokes. I'm not scrubbing my brush hard. And if my brush starts to make kind of a scratchy sound, that means I need more paint. Now we can also blend a little bit of blue into our snow and ice so that it looks a little bit more realistic. And you can decide how much blue you want to blend into your white. And I'm just going to keep on going until my entire skating rink is full of light blue color. Once your skating rink is painted, we're going to add some pine trees around the edge. Now I have a pretty good trick for painting pine trees. I'm just going to take my white brush and just go ahead and dip the green right onto it. And I'm going to pick a spot where I want my pine tree to be. I'm going to start at the top of my pine tree, and I'm going to make just a little swoop that swoops out to the left. Then I'm going to go to the same spot and swoop it out towards the right. And then I'm going to start at the tip again and swoop it out to the left, but just a little bit lower. And then to the right. And I'm just going to keep on swooping with my graceful brush strokes until my tree is as big as I want it to be. And feel free to get lots more green paint as you go. And sometimes I like to mix a little bit of white in with the green. Just like so. Now some of your trees don't have to be tall. Some can be short as well. And you decide how many trees you want to add. I'm just going to keep on going, adding pine trees around the edge of my skating rink until I'm happy with my picture. It's definitely okay to add some pine trees that are going off the page. And sometimes I even like to put some trees in the foreground. So I just get some green paint and swipe in a few larger branches because these pine trees are very close. And it sort of looks like the viewer is peering through the trees. Really kind of makes it look like you're really there. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Just right down in the very bottom right hand and left hand corners. Now you can also mix in a little bit of blue with your pine trees. Sometimes that makes it look a little more realistic because pine trees can have sort of a bluish green color sometimes. And you also want to add in a little bit of white where it might look like there's some snow on the trees. You want to make sure that you're using enough paint so that the pine trees cover up any background items that you painted over, like our original snowy hill or our ice skating rink. You can also take some plain white paint on your brush and tap, tap, tap some clumps of snow on top of your branches. I'm just going to keep on painting until I'm happy with the pine trees of my picture. After this, we are going to leave our painting to dry, and then later on it will be ready to add some ice skaters on top of the ice.